Good evening and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and watching it all through. And I'm indeed delighted by the very way that you have responded. I've had wonderful views. I hope you are developing a perspective and moving on with the wish that we progress together. Thank you very much. And today I would like to speak on analytical thinking. I've been discussing about it for the past few times, and this time I would want you to take a very cleaner look at what analytical thinking is and why it is at the topmost level of the skill list. The first and foremost thing is problem solving. Analytical thinking helps us dissect problems, break them into manageable components, try and place it under scrutiny, analyze each and every individual part, and try to connect it together and see it in a holistic perspective. This is something that analytical thinking helps us, and it very interestingly helps us with problem solving, not only in our professional life but also in our personal life. So it becomes a very crucial skill, particularly in the context of artificial intelligence, because you need to be analytical in order to collaborate and also negotiate your space with machines. That is very important. The second most important thing is decision making. Analytical thinking, in fact, tries to sharpen our decisions. Sharpen our decisions in the sense it is trying to help us. Sorry, it is trying to give me a mention. It helps us to come with sharp decisions. It helps us to fragment information that is before us and scrutinize it, as I had mentioned, and derive information, extract information that is based on evidence, and trying to elaborate on it, see it in a different perspective, and put together and take a strong decision that is influential. It helps us make informed decisions based on the available evidence after proper scrutiny of information. It also helps us. It's a founding basis for critical thinking, because we would have to evaluate our own judgments and decisions in the light of what we have before us. And it also sharpens our critical thinking. Critical thinking, in the sense, it is the questioning capacity of the mind, questioning over questions. Whatever is there, even question the assumption. Try to look for the relevance, reliability, credibility, and validity of that particular information that is there before you, so that whatever that you derive is robust and is trying to solve the problem that is there before you. So it's again questioning the claims that has already been made, looking for evidence, because truth hides truth, hides truth, hides truth. So you try to question it and probe it further to understand what it really is. And it also helps with innovation, in the sense it is going to be an open-minded approach. When you are analytical, you are open to information, of course, without any bias. When you're a critical thinker, you try to express yourself better by trying to look at better information that is there before you. Try to be a little moving beyond what is already existing, questioning even the assumptions of what is already existing before you, and trying to move on and make your own claims based on the available evidence that you have generated. That is one thing that we'll have to keep in mind. The other one is effective communication. If you are an analytical thinker, your communication is going to be effective, in the sense you are going to be more clear based on the available evidence, and you have checked your premises, you have checked your assumptions, you have developed some kind of a clarity in what you are doing. Your conceptualization is clear, the way you form your concept is clear. When all this thing is clear, when you are sure, you are assertive, and if you are sure, you are effective in your communication also, because it's all based on available evidence which you have thoroughly scrutinized and established its claims based on critical thinking. And the sixth most important aspect of analytical thinking is it helps with strategic planning. We'll have to be very strategic in our plan. We'll have to develop very distinct steps to follow. You have to have a plan which should unfold the way you wish it to unfold, and if there are any contingencies, you should be also able to deal with it. So you need to have sufficient strategies to deal with it. So this is going to be a very important tool for you to move on in life. Efficiency is something that we'll have to keep in mind. Analytical thinking is going to enhance the processes, or whatever progress that you have made. It is going to enhance and fine tune the progress. It is going to improve on the efficiency of your thought flow, efficiency of the creative flow that you are engaged in, efficiency of your own communication. All this put together tries to develop a situation based on efficiency, which is based on available norms and evidence that you think that you're following properly. So definitely it is going to be enhancing efficiency, I would say. It is going to be very useful for data interpretation, particularly in the context of big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence. We are surrounded with a lot of data. We are made up of data. We ourselves are a data. We are datum in our own ways. A point of reference, point of information generation, as long as we are communicative, as long as we think, we feel, we see, and we speak. So we are data ourselves. We generate thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, billions of bytes of data is being generated every moment. So analytical thinking helps us with data interpretation, because you need to have an interpretive approach, outlook, to look at the data that is there before you and try to make sense of it, and try to make use of it into a meaningful situation, or a meaningful product, or a process. That is very important. It is also helping us with adaptability. If you're analytical, you're sure, because like you have looked at the pros and cons, and you're trying to see things from an analytical perspective. You looked at the components of the information that you have dissected and you have put together, and you're sure as to what it means, and you're convinced. So if you're convinced, it is going to help you adapt in a better manner, because you can convince others, you can persuade others, you can influence others with your information, because you're convinced and it is based on evidence that you have scrutinized. And very importantly, it is going to help us with continuous improvement. Continuous improvement is something that is synonymous to lifelong learning, because analytical thinking doesn't stop at one point and start at one point and stops at one point. It is a continuous process. It's going to be helping us with our continuous improvement, because the more we may be challenging our own assumptions, our own claims, our own understanding, and we may be very critical about our own understanding and the claims that we have about the truth that we have identified. So we may be trying to question it, and it's a continuous process of improvement. Definitely it's a lifelong process, and it is going to help us with our continuous improvement. And with this, I would like to close the session on analytical thinking. It is the number one skill that is sought after worldwide. And if you develop this, you're going to be a sought after person across the world. Definitely, yes. And good luck. Thank you very much. And keep watching, keep subscribing, tell your friends, and we'll be a group together. And I would want the group to expand so that everyone gets the benefit of it. Thank you very much.